Let's talk about adding new customers to our customer list. Let's come in here into the Customer Navigator and let's come down to Customers. Click here and this opens up the customer job list. Here's where we add new customers. Let's demonstrate this by looking at a customer record that is already set up. Let's double click on Brian Cook to open his record. Here, the first thing we fill in is the customer name. This is how the customer will be listed in the customer database. So we use last name first with a comma and first name. Next, let's look at the Address Info tab. Here we fill out contact information such as phone, fax, address, and email information. This tab is self-explanatory. Over here on the Additional Info tab, here we can categorize our customer based on type. Rock Castle Construction has two types of customers, commercial and residential. If we wanted to set up a new type category, we could do that here by clicking on Add New. We use the type category for reporting purposes. If we want to run a sales report for our residential customers, for example. Here we can set the payment terms that we allow for Mr. Cook. We can assign a sales rep, and here we can set up our preferred send method for electronic billing, either via email or fax. Next, we can set up the sales tax information for this customer. Mr. Cook is in San Domingo, California. Tax code is either taxable or one of our non-taxable choices. We're going to cover setting up tax information in a later video. Up here we can set price levels. Price levels allow us to sell the same product to different customers at different amounts. Here's where we set up our custom fields. We define our custom fields here. Let's look at the Payment Info tab. Payment Info tab allows us to set a credit limit, for example. Let's give Brian Cook a $25,000 credit limit. Now, whenever we process an invoice to Mr. Cook, QuickBooks will look at the current outstanding balance plus the amount of the invoice we're processing. Added together, if this amount exceeds $25,000, QuickBooks will alert us that Mr. Cook is above his credit limit. Here we can set a preferred payment method. For example, if we want to have a credit card on file for Mr. Cook, we can select Visa and enter his card information. Obviously, this is sensitive information. When we cover passwords and security, we'll show you how to protect this information. Once you have your customer set up, simply click on OK, and the customer is in our customer list. Remember, for anyone you do business with whom you want to bill on account or have sales information for reporting purposes, you'll want to set up in the customer job list.